Overwatch Genji in depth. Anyway, Genji is one of the hardest attackers to master. Why? Because everybody relies on their primary weapon, like Soldier on his AR, Reaper on his shotguns, and every other hero. However, Genji relies on combos, which nobody's really familiar with if they came from an FPS game like me. But anyway, um, then um, you have all of his abilities. Let's review them again, just to see what we can do other than what they list. Swift Strike, it catapults you forward, so you can probably use this as an escape method or mobility like there. And also, you can also use this to go through bunches of enemies and escape and or inflict some damage and hopefully help the team. One very bad move there. But anyway, Genji's shurikens fire in a 3-round burst, or in a 3-round fan. And the 3-round fan and burst lead into a combo. Fan twice, then Swift Strike, melee, then the regular 3-round burst. This will take out most attackers and defenders, but tanks, well, you might have to have a team on your back for them, because Genji is not made to take out those kind of threats. Anyway, then after that, you have Deflect. One problem I have before I master Genji, I keep forgetting to use it against ultimates. I keep forgetting to deflect ultimates. Like, first part of the video, I died to a Death Blossom because I forgot to deflect it, or he was so good at flanking, I could just kind of, what happened? and also, you can deflect enemy autos like shotguns, so on and so forth. But the main thing is ultimates. Why? Because they do a ton of damage, and they could wipe out your team, but you can use them against them. Like, he can even deflect his own brother's ultimate. Hanzo's dragon thing. Anyway, and on to the mobility. His double jump and wall climb make him the character with the most mobility in the game. You'd probably say Tracer can move faster, but Genji can go 3D. Like, he can go up and double jump and do angled stuff, while Tracer can only go on horizontal planes. And anyway, the Genji's ultimate. Well, you have all your abilities intact, except for your shurikens. It gets reemplaced by your Dragon Blade, which is a deadly melee weapon, which is, wow, something I actually have come to know. Which, when you pull it out, it makes, your animation noise, but then you can use that to distract an enemy, make them all face the same doorway while you flank around fast enough to get in, like, on top of them or behind them, or, flank. And, yeah. And then you start slashing an enemy. Swift Strike at last, or first, to reset your Swift Strike to Swift Strike to your next enemy. Is kind of a time twister when you think about it. And, yeah, basically, you gotta go chain enemy to enemy using your Dragon Blade and your Swift Strike. If another ultimate hits to counter yours, well, deflect up. And, yeah, two other things you gotta be aware of with Genji is his health pool, which is only 200 health, which is not a lot, but enough to hopefully survive. And, then you have, rushing too much. I know sometimes it's a dire situation. You're in overtime, you jumping around. That was one bad move made by that same mistake. And basically, you go into the battlefield too much, and since he has a low health pool, and you're outnumbered maybe, and maybe outgunned, and basically you lose. And the only upper hand to uh, outnumbering and all that is, well, it happens to be flanking. But hey, flanking is pretty funny when, especially you wipe out an entire enemy team just by using your ultimate on their backs. And yeah, also that while you're double jumping and all that, make sure you also double jump when you use your ultimate, because a Genji with mobility is very good. Very good. But a Genji without mobility, however, is, well, not that great at all. No, why? Because, well, his low health pool makes him very vulnerable. But when he does happen to, however, jump around like crazy, makes him hard to hit. And then he'll have more of a chance to survive than die. And keep in mind that now for countering specific heroes like McCree, it all depends on skill. Like if you encounter a Junkrat, he can always take you out with Junkrat's passive, which is kind of a anti-teabag. But like with a McCree, it's all about skill. If McCree happens to not throw his flashbang and do all this stuff, might as well pull off a combo. But if he happens to throw a flashbang, it's an easy kill. Now, which is one other thing about Genji's deflect. You can deflect passives, abilities, just about anything except for like beams and ultimates that have already been used or that are not projectiles or hit scan, I should say. But anyway, hit the like button, drop the sub, I'll see you later.